Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're on some Need for Speed 2015 and I'm gonna buy this thing. This is the AE86 and we're about to build Keiichi Tsuchiya's 86. Hopefully this will be very close to his car. I've already done the paint a really long time ago. I've had it in my garage. If you guys go back and watch like Let's Play videos or stuff like that, you would have seen this car already in my garage. So go ahead and you can probably check it out there. But you can obviously just sit here and watch this video and you guys can see exactly what we can do to this car. Now, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pretty much add the visual customization changes that we're going to need to change on this thing. And then, of course, the design is going to go on last. But pretty much everything, we're going to kind of take a look at some stuff that we can actually change on the car itself before we do anything else. So yeah, let's get started. Now, the car itself doesn't have a lot of changes. I mean, this front kit, we're most likely going to end up putting that on. Now, which one is closer to the one that he has? Now, is it this one or this one? I'm pretty sure this kit is a little bit closer. I'm trying to find a picture that has the front like sort of shown. It's very close to stock though. Like, so, I mean, it's neither one of these. It's more this one than anything else. But yeah, this is probably like the closest one we can get to his, except this one has its arches a little bit flared. But I think so does his, but we'll have to see what sort of arches can we get. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that with this as well. The standard arches I don't think are like good enough for that, so I think I'm gonna do that. The rear arches are fine the way they are, and I think I'm gonna add pretty much the last kit that's here, so then it fits kind of perfectly. Then what we're gonna do here is, let's see what can we do to the tape. Oh, okay, I get it, but we can't see the headlights obviously because the thing's there. So hood, we're not gonna change anything for the hood. Mirrors are fine. The stance, we're gonna have to change that. We're gonna have to change the wheels. Side skirt, he has like a really small side skirt, which I'm pretty sure this one is sort of, nah, I think the first one's probably the best one. It's like, it's really small, it's not like that massive, and it just sort of like just blends in nice and well. Now for the rear pretty much just looks like stock. There's like, it doesn't look, oh wow, we can actually, that is actually kind of cool. We can remove the whole kit. But yeah, the rear is pretty much just a stock rear end. There's like nothing that he's done like here. I think he just took off like the toe hitches, or sorry, the toe hooks, and that's pretty much it. For the exhaust, he has obviously a tilted exhaust. Now, can we find yeah, there you go. Just pretty much this one. That's perfectly fine. Now for the Trunklid, can we actually change some stuff in the Trunklid? Oh, but of course, this is the one that we're gonna end up going for. This is kind of cool actually. What's the difference between? Oh, okay, there's no difference, just that this one's black. Yeah. Okay, so we're pretty much stuck with that. Now for the spoiler, obviously we're not gonna end up adding anything there. Taillights, we can't change them. That's pretty much all that we can do to this thing. Now, next thing we're gonna have to do is change the rims. Rims, I already know what wheels we're gonna end up putting on this thing. Alright, so I found the wheels that we're gonna go for. They're very similar. There's like obviously a size difference. We're gonna bring the size of these wheels down a little bit, but they're very similar to these, and these are the ones we're gonna end up going for. So let's go ahead and change the size and bring these down. Actually, they're fine at that size. I don't think we'll maybe that size or this size, I'm not entirely sure. I think this is probably a little bit nicer looking on the car. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the exact same thing to the rear. Choose the exact same wheels, and then we're gonna go and head to the paint and see what we can do there. Alright, now we've done the wheels, we've done pretty much everything that we could have here. Now for the stance, let's adjust this quite a bit, so we're just gonna go down as low as possible. The track width on the front, I'm gonna bring that out a little bit. Same with the rear, and tiny little bit of camber on the front, so it's just kind of noticeable. The rear maybe a little bit, and that is pretty much the car itself. Now, let's go ahead, hop into the visual customization, paint and wrap. We're gonna go into paint and wrap library, and I'm gonna go to my wraps over here. And I already have one, which is this, and this is pretty much the same as the 86 by Keiichi Tsuchiya's, which is I think called the TRD. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's tuned by TRD. But yeah, this is pretty much what the car looks like. So let's go ahead, take a look around a little bit, so you guys can see. Paint obviously is very similar to stock, except obviously we have the carbon fiber hood, and the front bumper and rear bumper are painted black. The side skirts are not painted black, and This is honestly very, very close to his car. This is very, very close. So let's do some more stuff to it before I end up changing the power and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually like add a bunch of horsepower to this. I think his one only makes around like 200 horsepower, like 250 maybe. Like I don't think his one makes a lot more. But for us, we're gonna end up like using this in events and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring the horsepower up quite a good bit. And you know, obviously not max it out. I think I'll go for like, I don't know. We'll see of course what we can actually do to it. But I'm gonna bring the horsepower up. I'm just gonna tell you guys that now. Now for the background, what can we add here? Let's see. Not entirely sure. Something kind of clean. Olympic City. Fuck it. Let's go with Olympic City. And then this I'm gonna just write in DK, just like that. All right, and that is going to be our license plate for the 86. Now let's go ahead and see what we can do power-wise and all that sort of stuff. So stock, this thing has 122 horsepower, and I'm not gonna turbocharge it. I'm gonna leave it NA, but I will, I think, maybe max out the power with everything else. But I'm gonna leave it NA, like I said. So. We can use this for races and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to use this a lot for drifting, but I'm going to bring it into an event and see what it's like anyway. Apparently I have insufficient funds, so I'm going to go ahead and sell a car real quick before I do anything else. We're back. We have a lot more money now. So engine block, let's see here. We're at 386 horsepower right now. 420. I was thinking about around 400 horsepower, but apparently we're going to go up a little bit past that. So 520 now. This is actually quite a big step up in horsepower. 555. That is a huge amount, from 122 horsepower to 555 without adding turbo. So that's pretty mad. So now if you go over to the tires, I think I'm gonna go ahead with some. I think we're gonna go with some P tires. I think some performance tires, and I'm gonna give it drift tires. We'll see what that's like, but usually, like I've said before, this game sort of favors drifting quite a bit, so even if I do grip events and I tune my car a little bit for drifting, it actually handles like very, very well. So this is pretty much what our 86 looks like. Very, very close to the one he has. The front kit is obviously a little bit different to the one he has, but it's very, very similar, and I think overall we made the car look pretty goddamn awesome. Now, let's go ahead and mess around with the handling style. So like I said, I'm gonna bring this down to towards drift a little bit, like so. Steering response, I like that to be fast, so I'll keep that there. The steering range, I'm gonna bring that up as well. Brake drift assist, I think this I'm gonna turn off because I kind of want to handle, like I want the car to handle kind of alright. So the diff, I'm gonna do that. Let's see what else. Spring stiffness, prefer stiffer springs and stiffer sway bars, and then the NOS, I'm going to bring that up to the power, and that is pretty much what we have here. So this is the 86. Let's go ahead, take it out, let's drive it. I'll enter it into an event and see if this thing is any good. I think I'll enter it in 2 events. I think I'll try and see what this thing is like in a grip event and also in a drift event, and see what it handles are like. So I think I'm going to go, first of all, hop into a grip event. I want to try to do this time trial. I want to see what it's like. It's really fast in the corners. Oh wow, I like this a lot. All right, now let's go ahead. Like I said, we'll hop into this this time trial here, because this one's kind of easy to do as well as kind of quick. So we can see what this car is like. There's a bunch of different types of corners that we can try out here, and do that. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and I might add brake drift assist on just for the next event, but I think I'll leave it off. I want to see what it's like, because I don't usually drive around like drifting in this game with the drift assist off. Or brake drift assist off. So yeah, let's try out this event. It is pretty goddamn quick. The back steps out quite a bit, as you can see, but they can handle corners very, very easily. It's not a very, very quick car, obviously, because I've had like a lot of faster cars doing this event in, but Since this is tuned a little bit more... Oh, I like that. I like that before with, I think the Huracan that we had in the last video. Oh god. I forgot that I didn't have brake drift assist on. I tried to hit the stick to slide using the brakes. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm talking about here. Like, with the Huracan, I ended up using the brakes, obviously, to drift and stuff like that, which here, you can't really do. You kind of have to use, like, the e-brake or your momentum. And, that is the only way you can get this thing to slide. You can't obviously use the brake to set yourself into a slide. But, it's a very quick car for something that's so... It's a little... I think the steering is a little bit too fast. So I guess bring the response down just a little bit for these grip events, but I think for drifting it'd be perfect, and that's pretty much where we're gonna go now, and actually gonna try a drift event. Alright dudes, we're up in the mountains now. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. So this is basically a balanced build, which is what I wanted to do in the first place, but let's see if this car can actually handle a little bit of drifting here with without the brake drift assist. God damn it, I can't even talk today. Alright. It's not that bad. It is actually not that bad. You can get some long slides with this car, holy shit. And this is only like 555 horsepower. Usually some cars around like this, with this performance, they kind of struggle in the drifting, but this is kind of alright as a balanced build. Alright. Here we go. Just tap the handbrake a little bit, or the e-brake. You can get the back out really easy. Alright, well, it's obviously not the best drift car because this isn't actually just tuned for drifting, but with a little bit of help from the e-brake, this is not that bad. Yeah, I think the only thing I'd probably change on this thing, like if I had to change it, was the steering response. I'll change that to slower, just a little bit, because it feels a little bit too twitchy. But this thing can hold some alright slides, and we're definitely gonna get that 80,000 points, obviously. But this with 555 horsepower, I'm honestly very, very impressed with how easy it just takes these corners. Just pop it into a slide and then this thing just goes sideways. Like it's so easy to drift. Oh, come on, I lost all my points. God damn it. Alright. I'm trying to not use my NOS, because I don't really want to go too fast. Like I said, it's a little bit too twitchy right now. Yeah, that was not even a drift. I don't even know what that was. That was more like a handbrake turn, and it just gave me points for drifting. Okay, this is a little bit weird. It's just the way that the e-brake works, because I don't usually use it that often for drifting, but... Okay, that was not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty easy to control once it's in a slide, obviously, because this is, you know, Need for Speed and all that, but... Yeah, we also need manual. This is pretty shit without manual. Right now, to be completely honest with you guys. Like, it changes gear, it literally changed gear for me there. In a place where I didn't want it to change gear. What is going on over here? It's a bunch of traffic, some dudes standing still. Alright, we're gonna need to break 100,000 points. Can we actually break 100k? Nope. Alright, well we got it done. It's a pretty average car. I definitely did not want to build this thing for anything specifically, but as a balanced build, and it's a car that's very, very cheap to build, as you guys have seen. It didn't really take that much money to actually end up building this thing. You do like maybe I don't know, maybe like 20 races like of these, and you can get you can definitely get enough money to build this thing like easily. So it's actually I didn't even think it like how much money did I even spend on this thing, because like I had I think like 70,000 before I got this car, so I ended up like spending that 70k plus maybe a little bit more. So yeah, maybe not even 20 races. You do like 10 races and it's perfect. You get a nice 80,000. And this car is just, it's a perfect balance build, especially if you're gonna use it in like Let's Plays and stuff like that. Or, sorry, in your like playthrough and stuff like that, like if you want to do that. It's really, really good, but I think I just have to get used to it a little bit with the e-brake. That's probably the main thing. I'm just not used to using the e-brake for drifting in this game too much. But yeah, this is it. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. This is Keiichi Tsuchiya's AE86. Very similar, I think. It turned out quite good. But yeah, this is gonna be it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.